very pleased with the way we played. The lads were, to a man, they were excellent. They give us 100%. And I think they've done well in Prague today. Formation was good. We got the ball down and we played. Created a lot of chances. Possession-wise, I thought we dominated the game at times. So overall, I'm quite pleased.
Start off before the game, your preparations didn't seem ideal. Very few defensive options available to you.
Yeah, it was one of those, you know, where as the morning started, we found that certain people couldn't play. Obviously, whether it's the condition of the pitch or, you know, just the way it was, they couldn't make the game. So we had to adapt and we had to overcome a little bit, and we did it. You know, the ones who slipped into positions that they probably ain't used to, they enjoyed where they played. So, you know, it bodes well for the future.
With some professionals yourself, do you find that surprising that you had withdrawals that late?
Football, innit? That's the way I'm going to say it. It's football. I mean, at a professional level, it doesn't happen. You know what I mean? But this level, I expect it must happen, and it ain't going to be the last time it's happened to me. So, you just got to get used to it. And you, like I say, you have to adapt. You know, that's what life's about. You know, you get obstacles and you got to overcome them. Obviously,
on Saturday, you changed the formation at Bath during the game. You went with the three again today at the back. Was that forced upon you because of the players available, or was that something that you wanted to do against Dover?
Something I wanted to do because of the clientele we have. You know, over a while you can see certain players are not great in certain positions, or when there's only maybe two of them. So you need to give people help. So we sussed that out a little bit, and they're better some players are better in a 3 than a 2. Because they get help and they don't have to do as much running, and then they can express and do the things that they're good at. You know, the 3 in midfield today were excellent. You know, got on the ball a lot. The back 3 were comfortable. You know, so and then it gives us 2 up front anyway, and the 2 wing backs were brilliant. You know, Archie, who I don't know much of, but I saw him in training in the week, and he had bags of energy, and I thought, well, give him a go. Just let him go and do it. And Tom on the other side was brilliant as well. So, you know, it was a good game for us, and showed good character through the lads.
Also, the neutrals and probably the Dover fans here probably looked at the Welling team in the first half and wondered how they finished so low in the table this season, given that performance.
Well, that sometimes is attitude, and I don't know. Like I said, I weren't there for most of the season, but it doesn't lie. Season don't lie. And attitude is a big thing. Mental strength, heart, you know, respecting the shirt is a big thing. So, you know, the mentality have to change if we want to go on, you know, for next season. If we want to do better things, it has to change.
Was that mentality something that you have picked up on in the 6 games that you've been here, is it?
Oh yeah, definite. You look and you learn and you watch things, and even though you don't say it, you watch and you know what needs to be improved. You know, I hope, you know, we ain't decided whether I'm here or not next year. That'll be decided in the next couple of days. But at this present time, no, things will have to change. You know, we don't need to have a season like we just had. And when I mean by things, I mean by training, I mean by discipline. You know, people turning up late. You know, them sort of things can't happen. So it's not easy because people do work, and it is the environment we're in. But you can still do better than what we've done this year.
You talk about making a decision for next season. Is that something you've already spoken to Mark Goldberg about? Or
I will speak to him, I think, tomorrow or Wednesday, I think. And then the decision will be made.
Your personal circumstances, Alex, are they such that you are available to take the job if it's right for you?
Yeah, that's right. That summed that up well. Yeah. I want to manage or coach as high as I can. So I have to be careful, you know. But this is a good challenge. It's a very good challenge, and people are good since I've come to the club, treated me so well. And the club deserves a bit more than what they've had. So if I'm here, then I hope I can give them that little bit more, you know. But we'll see. We'll see Tuesday or Wednesday.
With a lot of respect shown in this question, but as someone who's been in that pro environment for so long, coming down to National South, is that not below you in some ways, as in terms of taking on the manager role? You're not someone who's going to be expected to be higher echelons of football?
Good question, but you're ill because of circumstances or because of, I don't know, football's football, isn't it? You know, at the end of the day, there's managers who've been better managers than me in this division or lower. You've got to rebuild. You've got to, you know, whether I'd get a chance to manage in Div 2 or Div 1, it hasn't happened up to now. So maybe I have to come down and manage and pick my wits against managers who've been at this level, and I can learn from them as well. I hope I get a chance to manage. I hope, and if it is at Welling, then I'll grab it with both hands and I'll try and push on.
In terms of this level of football as well, will you have enough knowledge in terms of signing players for Welling if you were the manager?
I won't have enough knowledge, but I'll have people who have knowledge, and that's the best way. I know people in this environment. I know they would help me. You know, I know Tristan's there, who's been in this environment a long time. Mark knows the environment. I've got players, I've got people on the outside who know it, you know, and I've had numerous people call me and say they can, you know, get me players if I need to. And I can get players, young players from pro clubs as well, which is a good thing, you know. So, and people, hopefully my rep in the game is good enough that people will give me their young players to come and know that we're going to try and play some football, you know, and like you saw today, we did try.
Obviously, you've been around for a few weeks now and you've got used to the division in some respects. How quickly, if you were to become manager during the summer, would you be up to speed with National South? How, you know, and where would you want to be aiming for next season if you were in charge?
Aiming for would be, we don't want to be in a relegation. We want to at least try and get in the playoffs. You know, that's what the club should be aiming for. Up to speed, I'll be up to speed with the environment of this league. There's not a big, you know what I mean, the team has to be organised. The main thing is, you know, there ain't much difference between someone who finished 4th or 5th from bottom and one who's maybe just going for the playoffs. They might have a little bit more endeavour and a cutting edge, and that comes with maybe finance a little bit and getting someone who can put the ball in the back of the net. There's not much different, you know, and you need heart. You know what I mean? If you ain't got a little bit of self-pride, then you ain't going to get on. And that's what we want to install into this football club as well.
Have you made your mind up yourself about the current squad? Would you know who you'd want to keep out of that lot?
Yeah.
And would that decision be yours? How much, if you were to become manager, how much would you want to have complete control of deciding who stays, having seen them for the last half a dozen games?
It would be mine, 100%. Mine, obviously, Tristan with his help. Without a doubt, I won't come otherwise. Obviously, there might be 1 or 2 circumstances that might be out of my control, but 99% I'd want certain players I'd want to stay, and certain players I'd say, you know what I mean, well done for what you've done, but it's time to move on.
You mentioned finances there. Is that also going to form a key part of your discussions with Mark Goldberg?
Only finance towards getting players in, not my personal finance. It's not the be all or end all. It's about getting the right players, and then rewards will come. That's the way I've always, you know, lived my life. The rewards will come afterwards. But first of all, we have to get a decent, you know, team on the pitch and get the supporters coming back again, and give them something on a Saturday and a Tuesday night. You know, not to have a season like we've just had. It's not right.
In terms of excitement and self-fulfilment of doing it, though, you'd want this job. You know, you've got the buzz for this job.
Yeah, without a doubt. You know, football. I love football. You know what I mean? I've been in it since I was 16 years of age, since I left school, and I've probably been out of it once, twice. You know, and I've missed it. This was my 2nd time I think I've been out of it, and it's the longest period I've been out of it. So, but I'm adaptable and I do what I have to do. you know, and if I'm not in the game, then I go and work wherever I have to work. You know, that's just the way I am, and that's the way I was brought up. But I'm glad I'm back in, and I take my hat off to Mark because he's given me an opportunity. And we'll see where it goes.
Obviously, primarily we've seen you before as number 2 in to Chris Powell in various jobs. Have you enjoyed being the main man, being the manager, and making those decisions yourself now?
Yeah, definitely. That's what you want to be. You know, you've had your grounding. When I was an apprentice, I wanted to be a pro. When I went a pro, I wanted to coach. You know, once my career was over, I wanted to be a coach. I went and done like all my badges, and I'm ready now to. I've had education. I've worked with Pally, you know, on 2 jobs, and it's been excellent. You know, and I've learned a lot. I've worked under good managers in the past, and now it's time for me to be my own man.
So if Chris was to get a job in the coming weeks, is it something that would put a spanner in the works?
Over. No. I'm not gonna say yes or no. I'm open to all offers, to be fair. You know what I mean?
Just finally, there was some criticism at the weekend about players and the supporters at the end of the game, and not going to thank them for their things, but you've got to say for a cup final, Welling were well supported this afternoon.
Yes, they came out in their numbers. It was a good crowd. They made some noise. I think as well they saw that we was trying to play, and you know, like I always say to the boys, sometimes you've got to give them something before they can give you. You know, and I think we've done that today. Gave them a little bit, so they went on, even though we got beat and they're unhappy like we are, but at least they went on and thought they gave it a go. And I know the boys are disappointed, but at the same time, contented.
And albeit slightly hypothetically, but if you were to become the manager, your message to the fans for the summer?
We'd be looking for a better season than we had last year, and you definitely get players who will give 100% for this football club. That's all we ask.
Alex, thanks as always for your time, your honesty, and hope you've enjoyed the last half a dozen games with us.
It's been brilliant. Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you.